Tonight we're gonna bowl. Hey, True Believers England team here with we've got LK with us. He's the dude behind the Lex Luthor thing.
Hey, good evening.
And then RDV, who's got the Silver Age Green Lantern.
He's also not here right
and
now.
Apparently not here. And then we've got Zach.
Yo, I missed the memo. I'm Golden Age comic icon.
And of course, Fred Flintstone himself, Eric Back Issue Breen. How are you doing, sir?
I'm just old.
All right, there you go. All right. But at least you know that, and that's something. So every night, 10:30 p.m., except for Saturdays, we look at covers, we rank covers. We're having a lot of fun with this. And tonight we decided you guys decided it's going to be Silver Age Green Lantern. Really looking forward to this. Tomorrow it's going to be 1950s Golden Age Jungle Comics. We'll check that out as well. And you know what? Totally forgot to get choices for the poll tonight. While we're waiting for people to chime in here, you know what? I'm not even going to ask you, Zach. I'm gonna start this poll off. What next? And I'm gonna put in Golden Age Flash.
Oh, nice.
Okay, that's going to be one of the choices. Eric, what do you think? Name a title here.
No, I'm sorry. I was reading a tweet. What?
Okay, name a title for what's next.
What we want to do next?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with One Sling. It came up the other day. Treasury editions.
Treasury editions. Okay, but I'm going to allow myself to play around and throw in some DC and Marvel. Alrighty. Let's see. LK, you have some?
I'll go back. I said it before. Silver Age Aquaman.
Okay.
Nice, man.
Some good covers there. How about you, RDV? He's still not here.
I think that we should do New Warriors this time. Zach changed my mind. Oh wait, no, you can see my icon moving. I was trying to impersonate.
Yeah, that didn't work out at all. I
am not a ventriloquist.
It was kind of sad to tell you the truth. Wow, that was just bad.
Okay, we can get off of it now. Stop beating the dead horse.
Okay, here we go. I've got one from the Golden Age also. How about Captain Marvel Jr.?
Oh,
all right, there we go. And
Elvis Presley's favorite.
Yeah, we'll put that in the poll there, and so that's going to be up all throughout the show. And here's the way. Whoops! I guess I should share out the thing itself here. And here's the.
Sorry, I'm looking at X, and dementia is trending right now on X Twitter.
All right. And the way it works is pretty easy. Here's the grading scale. 1 is god-awful, 2 is horrible, 3 is very bad, 4 is bad, 5 is meh. That means elicits no emotion from you at all. 6 is average, 7 is good, 8 is very good, 9 is awesome, and 10 is super awesome. And I look at these covers. There's some really good freaking covers here. And why is this not... Wait, what's going on here? Oh, never mind. Okay, I'm a dumbass. All righty, so we're ready to go. Let's see who's up first. LK, why don't you start us off? This is Green Lantern's first appearance in showcase number 22. It's all you.
Okay. The showcase, I mean, that's a pretty dynamic cover. You've got a missile that clearly looks like New York. Although I think what technically wasn't this supposed to be Coast City?
Yep.
Probably Coast City.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've created Coast City yet since it was the first.
Really?
Okay. Well, because
I don't know,
man. It looks an awful lot like New York.
No.
And the detail's nice. You know what? I'm going to start out. I'm going to give this a 10. This is a really great cover.
This is a very rare LK first book out the gate 10. Alrighty. Okay, and who's up next? I do believe it is Zach, right? You're next. Yep, Zach.
Is it me? Okay.
Yeah.
Fun fact: this is not Coast City. Coast City first appeared in Showcase number 22. Oh wait, is this Showcase 22?
Yeah, it is 22.
Oh, I didn't even see. Oh,
First appearance.
I was reading it on one monitor and not looking at the cover on the other monitor.
Normally, I save this for women, but you're so lucky you're pretty.
But fun fact, Zach is our diversity hire.
There you go.
Zach's actually in a wheelchair too.
I'm going to chair with wheels. So now we've got that figured out though. First appearance of Coast City, yeah.
Coast City.
Coast City. He'll destroy it later. I'm going to give this an 8. It's kind of dynamic. I like the action shot. I don't like that we see him from the back and the side. I would like to see him from the front. But yeah, the missile, the ring, the city in the background looks really cool. I'm going to give it an 8.
Alrighty. How about you, RDV?
I'm gonna say this is a fantastic cover. I like those missiles, man. Like the city down there, everything has gone for a good. Yeah, it's basically the menace of the runaway missile, which actually throws you off because there's 3 stories in this book. But yeah, obviously he's trying to missile. At this point, you really don't know because if this is the first appearance of Hal Jordan.
Yep.
But yellow does not work.
Right. Which, as you see, his ray is not effective.
Yeah, so it's just kind of cool. I mean, at least like wood's not his weakness.
Right. I got wood. I can't do anything.
He's like me. I don't not wear pink or yellow t-shirts. They're one weakness.
I can't go to the blackboard. I got wood. Alrighty, Eric, what do you say?
Did you give a number, Venk?
No. I did not. I'm gonna give it a 10.
Alrighty. How about you, Eric?
And it's possible that whoever was assigned to color this didn't know about the weakness since it is the first appearance. So I'm gonna give it a last bit. But just what a tense scene! You can see the city. You can see the skyline. You can see Green Lantern using his ring in a desperate attempt to keep the runaway missile from hitting his right calf. But that said, this is a 10.
Wait, is that missile supposed to be yellow?
Well, I don't know. I said they may not have known about the weakness, and that might have been the color they went with.
I just assumed it was like a light green. But I guess I could see it as a yellow.
That being said, I agree. This is a 10. It's an iconic cover for a reason. It's just action. I get it if you don't think it's a great first issue cover because you're not looking at the hero. But I think that's kind of something we've been trained into. You got to have the running towards the reader kind of thing. Yeah, it's a great action shot. But you do kind of wonder what was it supposed to hit because it traveled over the city in order to get to Green Lantern. So he has to be the target, right?
Must be.
All right. Let's go to the chat and see what they think here. We've got Donnie Boy. How's it going? Saying, and then Dark Admiral saying it's a 10 as well as Donnie Boy. Okay. And next up, Joe is saying 9. We have Ethereal Dragon with an 8. And then Dr. Silver Age with a 7. And saying, I can't see Lantern insignia on the suit. Plus, he's using his ring on a yellow object, which wouldn't work out too well. And then, let's see. Welcome, chat. Hi, Zach. One Slick saying 10. Good perspective. Nice balanced cover. Well drawn. All righty. And a 9 out of 10 for MK. Oh, okay. Excuse me, a 10 for him. So there we go. All right. And hello to Rod from Comic Frog, and that's where we're standing. And once again, if you're listening in, everybody is welcome to put in their vote. Go on ahead. What we got for now, though, is 1 7, 2 8s, 2 9s, and 8 10s. Almost double the number of anything else. Oh, and yes, Spot just jumped in and said a 10. So it's 9 10s, 2 4. I mean, we're like one away from doubling up. So there you go. This book, ladies and gentlemen, I deem thee a 10.
It is weird though. There's no lantern on the actual cover, too.
No.
Like from the Green Lantern, they assume you've read the Golden Age.
Okay, and we're moving on with Zach. Zach, you're going to start us off. This is the second appearance of Green Lantern in Showcase number 23.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, so we see Hal from the front. I like that. We see the logo. That's cool. We see a nuclear explosion on a monitor. That's neat. That's ominous. And the villain is interesting, too. The Invisible Destroyer. I dig that. I'm going to give this a 9. This is a 1-up better. Interesting villain, ominous threat, full view of the hero. I say it's a 9.
All righty.
I want to see this guy brought back. Jeremy Adams. Do something with him.
RDV.
Well, it's great to see that he's being the opposite of Al. He's actually going from behind, not being the behind in the book.
I have no idea what you're saying, brother.
What are you? What are you?
Al likes the wood from behind. So.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Honestly, the Invisible Man, but he's a Martian. But he also looks like the Atom because he has the Atom's symbol. So I don't know if they bring him back, Zach. So, but not even the Green Lantern's mighty power ring can stop me from setting off this atomic bomb explosion. Because he's got a yellow cape. Okay. There's gotta be a way he can like cut off the oxygen to these people. It's like their brain or something like that. You know, just because even though there's yellow stops it is right, but around them is the air. He could put them in a freaking bubble. So I don't know. I'm gonna give this about a 7.
All right. Eric, what do you think?
I think I'm going to give this a 9. I don't know why he's, massaging this guy's back with his ring while a nuclear bomb just went off. But I would give us a 10 if instead of just going with the kid-tested and mother-approved purple background, if we could have seen the part of his ship that he was standing in front of. A little more background might have made this a 10 for me.
All right. Okay. LK?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go 9. And I raised that score because initially the coloring really put me off when I saw this. So I had to go to another source to see, okay, what did it originally look like? Because this, and so you've got in the original, you've got more gradients in the background and it's more pink than purple. And so with all that said, otherwise, I think it's a really neat cover. So I'm sticking with a 9.
Yeah, where's the?
Yeah, I was going to get off the Comic Vine, get these, but they all look like very low grade comic scans, and so I went to DC Comics online, their thing, and that's where I got a lot of these. So they're they are very shiny. All right, I'm looking. I agree with Eric. I think there should be more background to it. I do like the look of the invisible villain. It's kind of like Gentleman Ghost, a book. A character is going to be in a Batman book coming up in the auction. Go check out the unboxing we just did. The nuclear explosion. Everything up front is great. It's just purple versus maybe a little bit more detailed background. I'm giving this one an 8. Alrighty, and let's go to the chat. Steven Spock, what's up? Dark Admiral March here saying 10, and Joe says 9. We got a 9 from Steven Spock, and MK says 92. Looks like Green Lantern is zapping the Invisible Man cosplaying as Dr. Fate. Alrighty, I like the costume. I give it a 9 also, says Rick. Hello to Rick. Alrighty, I just saw your comment and in the last video. Thank you very much for adding that. Dr. Silverage says 9, solid cover. One Slick Dude says 9, again with the ring used against yellow. Do all the bad guys know about the weakness of the ring? how many mobsters had kryptonite after a while? You know, it's a thing, right? It's a thing in the Silver Age. Ring Massage says Rick, and Ethereal Dragon gives this one an 8. And let's see what we have. 1 7 and 1 10, and then 2 8s and 8 9. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we got a 9. I don't know why I said once again. Okay, wait a second. Where?
There was some show that said something on the lines of, the thing is that, villains and bad guys are a bunch of gossipy watches. So, eventually, it'll get around, what somebody's weakness is.
Yep. Okay, let's move that there. And
they all have like bad fathers. They have like bad relationships with their parents and stuff. So,
yeah.
There we go. We're moving on, and I do believe it's RDV's turn, and you get the last of the showcases. This is issue number 24.
Whoa, he's got a mohawk.
Whoa, what a creepy looking dude.
Yellow beams from that monster's eyes weakening me, making me powerless to resist. I've seen this comic book before, and it doesn't end the way you want it to end.
I know. Those tentacles are a giveaway.
But I do like the bridge behind though. The bridge is out, and anybody going off there is dead while he's fighting this monster.
DED.
Yeah, dead. That being said, I'm giving this a 9.
Alrighty. A 9 from the Bankman. Eric, what do you think?
I'm also going to give us a 9. The bridge is really well done. It's really nice art. Green Lantern looks good, and I've got to keep reminding myself, DC was aimed at little boys, so these code-approved monsters aren't necessarily gonna, be terrifying. So it's just enough to keep it from being a 10, but yeah, I think it's still a solid 9.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give it a 9 as well. While the bridge is well done, there's a little bit of perspective issue throwing me off, because if you start looking at some of the distances and the size of the cars, it looks like Green Lantern's about 20 feet tall. But otherwise, I basically like everything else. So yeah, it's a 9 for me.
Alrighty. Zach, what do you think?
I like Hal Jordan best when he's fighting giant space aliens on Earth. This is a giant space alien on Earth, and Hal Jordan is fighting him. This gets a 10.
Okay.
First it's out with a giant squid.
I'm looking, I'm thinking, the bridge as it's been pointed out, looks very good. Yeah, the perspectives are a little bit off. Green Lantern looks very good, but the bug looks like he's coming from he looks like he's from Famous Funnies or Terry Toons or something. He's incredibly brightly colored compared to the rest of the cover. It's not a horrible cover. I'm going to be giving this one a 7. Not the best here, kids, in my opinion. Going to the chat, though, Dark Admiral gives it a 10 and Joe a 9. Alrighty, and then we have 9 from Steven Spock, and MK is saying 9 for me too. Looks like Green Lantern is zapping in the Invisible Man cosplaying as Dr. Wait.
Oh, forgot to just go after the stop.
There we go. I was getting the wrong ones. I went up to the start, and that's the one I found. Let me read through that again. Dark Admiral is saying 9. Okay. And then let's see, Starro's cousin. It gets a 7, says Steven Spock. And weird-looking monster kind of looks like he's fighting that wrestler Chabis if he got mutated with an octopus, says MK. It gets a 10. And Joe says 7. All right, 9 from One Slick. The sea monster has a cold. And Green Lantern is wiping his nose for him. He actually does kind of look like he's grabbing onto the beak, doesn't he? All righty. And then let's see. Dr. Silver Age says 9. Alrighty, and classic space monster villain cover or sea monster. 8 pink monsters aren't that scary, says Ethereal Dragon. Donnie Boy says 8 as well. Alrighty, there we go.
It's like Kurt Clowns to me. If I saw that, that scared the crap out of me.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Would you wipe his nose as you're trying to defeat him? That's the big question.
It's perspective. He's actually further back. Let's see, he's going to do a finger gun. Pew, pew.
Okay, so we've got, let's see, 4 7s, and then we've got 2 8s, leaving the 1 9. So there we go. Okay.
He's holding the braids like it's like a bunch of balloons, strings. I love that.
It does look like that. Wait till he meets Mommy Monster.
Yeah.
Okay.
At first, I thought is it a monster from space or a monster from like the Kraken? You know?
No, yeah, Mommy, you said.
And it goes into the
Mommy's
9s.
strong.
And, well, Eric, you get to begin Green Lantern proper. And here is issue number 1.
Never heard of that title before.
Speaking of clowns,
Issue number 1. It's hard to tell. I'm giving this a 10 just for pure silliness.
Alrighty.
Alicia,
Daddy,
I am in this comic.
I do not see you. Where are you?
you cannot see anything, though.
That's just it's just fun. I mean, I don't know. This is on the stands. I can see little kids maybe jumping toward it, but if you were even like 11 or 12 at the time, it's like, are you buying this?
No.
Somebody did.
Yeah, but I mean, I say it's because I know they aimed young, but man, that's a gutsy first issue.
I mean,
Even though they didn't have the guts to put a 1 on the first issue.
well, maybe a lot of kids were afraid of clowns back then.
Maybe,
Now they are.
no, maybe. If it was today, maybe it'd be like one of those animatronics, like at Chuck E. Cheese.
All right. Well, LK, what do you think?
I'm going back and forth on this one. Because I do want to give it a high score because of the marionette, but I'm not really liking a lot of other stuff in it. I'm going to go 8.
All right. Zach?
Oh, that's so generous. I liked some stuff. I like the positioning of Hal flying. Man, if this was just another space alien, this would be a 10. But the clown is just—it's too silly for me. I'm gonna say it's a 6.
All right.
You're out of the will.
Again?
RDV, what do you think?
I have to know who the unknown enemy is that's manipulating that monstrous puppet. Like, if that's scary enough, what is like controlling it? I mean, I'm giving this a 10.
You're back in the will.
And, well, look, it's Marionette, it's Green Lantern, and it's not much else. There's nothing other than that to grab the eye, so how excited does that make you for this particular book? Would I be excited to have this? Oh, hell yeah. But just looking at it, once again, this is a 7.
It looks like he just took Alan Scott's pose, putting it with the Hal. He's staring at the crotch.
I'm putting you in the will just to take you out.
Steven Spock gives it a 5, so I guess he's not in the will either.
Steven Spock and your friends.
Yeah. Dr. Silverade says 8. Love the colors and the giant puppet. Alrighty. And let's see, 6 from Ethereal Dragon, which is actually a high score for him. 9 from One Slick Dude.
He's done 8s and 9s, I think, last
I
time.
know, right?
You did a few, yeah.
And One Slick is saying the Puppet Master wasn't in the know, as his ray is pink and not yellow. So
it's like Kelly Thompson on Black Widow.
Cartoon Comics gives it a 6.
See, I'm not alone. There are more of me, Breen.
8 go for the Dark Admiral.
That's a
And
frightening
then
statement.
It is frightening.
Joe says 7. And we have a 9 from Donna Boy. Donnie Boy. I better say or it's going to start sounding like Donna Boy. Okay, Donnie Boy. Oh, Donnie
Oh,
Boy.
Donnie boy.
The pipes are calling.
I go straight
And,
to.
let's see. So Green Lantern versus the Joker puppet. 10, says MK. All righty. From Glen to Glen. Now I got that song in my head. All righty, gang. And let's see what we got going on here. We have 1 5, 3 6s, 2 7s, with 2 8s left over. So this one gets to be an 8.
Ah,
All right.
tragic.
You are all out of the will.
You were never in
Alrighty.
my will.
Which it's my turn to start, and we are on number 2, which is book picture 5. Hey, isn't this what accordions or? Okay, so we see him. He's throwing lightning bolts. He's got a yellow shield. Those deadly bolts being hurled at me are golden, and my power ring doesn't work against anything yellow. Featuring the secret of the golden thunderbolts. We know that they're like a weapons making race, or are they that at this point in time? There could use a little bit more shading on that mountain. I like the motion lines doing well. You see some storm clouds in the sky, plus that pink aura kind of layered in the background. Weird costume for the accordion. I don't know who was like, hey, doesn't this look cool for a villain? Because it doesn't. But you gotta say anybody who would walk out just like that has to be freaking tough.
What's his name?
Aren't they the accordions? Quardi.
I
I thought you were calling him the accordion. I was like,
No.
I thought he was.
I could have the name wrong. I could be thinking of somebody different, but
it looks like Hermes stole Zeus's thunderbolts.
I like this, except for he's just dressed weird. I'm gonna go 8 on this one.
That guy's throwing lightning.
Yeah, we're going 8 on number 2. LK, what do you think?
I mean, there's several things to like about it. I look at it going, okay, why is he shooting at the shield? Just go and shoot lower and take one of his legs out.
Take one of his legs, yeah.
Off the mountain. But then, you realize that, stupid contrived storytelling has been going on for, 80 years.
Yeah. He could have shot the mountain.
No, there is that too. Yeah, so I mean, again, he's drawn well. Yeah, there are some kind of detail issues. It's okay. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay.
Maybe they're just like all like Vincenzo's. They don't know that vampires exist.
Exactly. Zach, what do you think?
I like this. Again, I like the perspective. I like the shot of the cover. I kind of like the bad guy, the kind of like Norse mythology look. I kind of dig it. I also like the mention of the weakness, his weakness being the color yellow. That's kind of cool. Nice little call out. I'm going to give this one I'll give it a 10. I'll say this is worthy of a 10.
Okay, Paula. And RDV, what do you think?
I'm loving this King of the Mountain fight they got going on here. And obviously, I want to know where I get a golf bag that can hold, lightning bolts. That looks pretty cool. He's got Thor's helmet on. Yeah, I mean, common sense. If this wasn't a comic authority, he'd be like, "I'm taking out the mountain. You're dead." It'd be Punisher style. If this is Gardennis.
Right.
That being said, though, like your poster, like the kids are like, "Oh, just go for the legs." He's like, but he can't because like the guy has a shield and he's throwing lightning bolts at the same time. It's hard to do a dodge and attack at the same time. So that being said, I'm giving this a 10.
All right. Eric, what do you think?
Those deadly bolts being hurled at me are golden, and my power ring doesn't work against anything yellow. So let me shoot at his yellow shield.
I know, that's why I love it.
as he stands on the top of either the world's smallest mountain or he is one big son of a buck. But he still wears short pants, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still going to give us a 9.
Shorts and long sleeves. He must be from Wisconsin.
He probably spent all his money on everything else, and he's like, "Damn it, I don't enough for pants. That's okay. I got this unitard."
Right. Okay, so in the chat, let's see. Why not wear yellow instead of red? All that green, great. 8 says Steven Spock. All right. And let's see. We've got 9. Love the perspective on this and solid action, says Dr. Silver Age.
Imagine if Hal just
Joe says 8 and Ethereal says 7 for poor choice in costume color.
You could solve these problems if he just carried a gun with him.
Like Simon Bass.
One Slick says 7. Melton should have more detail. The pink background is getting old, and the way the bad guy is drawn, he looks like he is wearing a diaper. And that's in the 7 column. All right. Donnie Boy says 8, and MK says 10. Okay. I like how GL is flying and attacking, MK says. All right, what we got here, kids, says 2 7s and 3 10s. Then we got 5 8s and then 2 9s, and this ends up being an 8. All righty. Boom.
That's General Mortis. He's been out there playing King of the Hill forever.
That's something.
What do I think of? I think of Kung Fury, the movie where they have the giant like Zeus. He's like super tall, you know. So he probably is a giant. If he's like supposed to be a god.
All right, we're back to LK, and you have issue number. What is this? This is issue number 3.
All right, let's see. Oh, wow, we got Lantern the first time in a force field bubble with 3 tanks hitting him. In a moment, the charge on my power ring will be used up, and the protective bubble around me will disappear, leaving me defenseless against those deadly energy bolts. So you've got good peril. Again, drawn decently. I'm going to go 9 on this one.
All righty. Zach, what do you think?
He's in outer space. There's yellow tanks. We now know that he's weak against yellow. He's got the bubble. I like this a lot. I'm gonna give this one a 9 as well.
He's with Wakanda recently.
Wakanda? What?
The Green Bull.
Oh, Ultimate Wakanda, yeah.
RDV, what do you think?
I can't hit those tanks, but I could just lift the ground up underneath them and just toss them. Yes. I love the tanks. I love shooting them. They're shooting. It's almost like reverse flash tanks.
They look like the red lightning bolts. Yeah. It does look like they're reverse.
I like the head he's using his shield around him. I can't think of anything really today. I haven't really read a lot of JSA or even some Justice League stuff, modern stuff. But I don't remember seeing any time him actually using an energy sphere on him, unless it's like in the animated movies or cartoons. So I like that. That being said, I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay, Eric, what do you think?
Legendary coach John Wooden once said, "Failing to prepare is preparing to fail." The people that made these 3 yellow tanks, had they prepared a little better, would have fired yellow beams, which probably would have gone right through the force bubble. And Green Lantern number 4 would be starring 3 yellow tanks. So there's one demerit for lack of preparedness, bringing this to a 9.
Okay. And let's see. That's okay. Let's talk about the tanks. Let's talk about the lasers. This is a cool cover. I like the colors. I like the green versus it just kind of it pops. It's up there. It's just It's really cool. The dialogue, the amazing theft of the power lamp doesn't get in the way of the art. I'm digging on this. This one gets a 9. All right.
So remember to vote in the poll. It's up right now in the top of the chat.
Yep. Dark Admiral is saying 10, and Steven, Spock, and Joe are saying 7.
Ooh, we're tied between Aquaman and Golden Age Flash.
And then we have Ethereal Dragon saying 8. 6 from Dr. Silver Age. See, like a lazy effort on this cover. All right. He didn't care for what I liked there. Art is decent, but of course the tanks are yellow. I see yellow tanks all the time. Not. All righty. And that is an 8 from One Slick. And then we've got, this was before the term safe space came to be, right? Haha, 10. I like how the bubble shield barrier is deflecting the tank shots. Okay, and that's MK. I feel like Batman follows the quote Breen just said, and then Coach Wooden illegally recruited the entire East Coast. All right, kids, barring any more bids, and by all means, feel free to bid if you'd like. Bids?
Bids.
When Ronnie said,
Speaking of bids, ladies and gentlemen, 8 o'clock on Saturday, we're having an auction. I was showing off some of the awesome books that we have this week, and just a lot of awesomeness. I even have a couple of them that Eric Breen hadn't even seen. So,
wow,
cool. Alrighty. That being said,
Daniel St. John, just give me an 8.
Oh, cool. Hey, Daniel, what's up? Let's add that 8 to it. Alrighty, and this is what we have. We have 1 6 and 3 10s, and then we've got 2 7s, 3 8s, leaving 1 9 left standing.
One Slick Dude says, Eve, you have to give us advance notice if we're going to be bidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and Eric, it wasn't so much that Wooden illegally recruited East Coast; it's that he had one of the best bagmen in college in the 50s and 60s at that time.
You think how long that would have taken to type, though?
Alrighty, Zach, it's your turn again, and you have issue number 4.
All right. Well, let's see here.
I was right. Ford.
I like it. I like how this is a red missile now. It's not yellow, so we don't have to speculate. It's another missile, though. It's like, really? We just saw this not too long ago. It's a little redundant. I like the view. I like Hal flying over the city, though. For some reason, his power ring has no effect on that flying bomb, also known as a missile, Hal. Yeah, I gotta say, I gotta give it a 6. It's just we just saw this not too long ago. It's like, it's another missile in the city.
All right, we got a 6 from Zach. RDV, what do you think?
There was one of these stories. I don't think it was this one, but it actually had a yellow freaking tip on the, so he couldn't stop the missile. That being said, is green doesn't work on red? Is it because there's red lanterns? It doesn't work on red? What? No. So I like this is a better version of the first cover.
All right.
Showcase 22. We actually with the missile. Him trying to stop it.
Really?
Well, you get to see the bridge is still is and everything like that. It's a different view.
Interesting.
And get to see the Navy down there getting ready to fire at him, or the ones that fired.
Or they are the ones that fired.
Either way, though, I like this. This is a 10 for me.
All right, Eric, what do you think?
I like this. There's the bridge coming out of the city. It's a nice overhead shot. We know that this isn't taking place in Baltimore because the ships have avoided the support beams of the bridge.
Oh, just on time. Just on time.
And this is a 10.
Okay. LK, what do you think of this one?
Yeah, I can't quite go 10, but it's a better missile cover. I'm going to give it a 9. I do like the detail on the warships, although I do find it humorous that it seems like the battleship there is longer than the aircraft carrier. But then I know also that the first aircraft carriers weren't that big, and so it could be like that. But yeah, a 9.
Alrighty. And personally, I know they're almost basically the same, but I like the angle this one's at. I don't know why. It just once again, if you look at the distances and how it's drawn, Hal is probably about 50 feet, but it's still just a cool position. It's still a
I
good
like his
view.
I like his
I'm
pose.
giving this one a 9.
Those are very masculine poses he's had lately.
Oh, of course, yeah, absolutely. And he does have that Superman one leg up. Now, going to the chat, Steven Spark gives this one an 8. And let's see, Ethereal says 6, agreeing with Zach. 9 from Silver Age, saying, I really like this view of the action. All right, we've got a 7 from Joe and a 9 from Daniel. All righty, 7 and 9. And let's see, One Slick 7, another missile cover. The aircraft carrier looks like ST's greater. And why is the one ship getting ready to ram the other 3?
Maybe it is Baltimore.
Are they coming in or going out? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yay! I managed to avoid the stench. And there's the ships, yeah. Let's see, Dark Admiral saying 9, and there you go.
One can argue that the barge was on time to take out the support beam, just like this one's on time.
There you go. And Eric is saying that Hal is in the Heisman pose. Okay, and once again, if you want to vote, feel free to vote, guys. Also, don't forget to go to the poll and tell us what you'd like to see next. On Sunday, or tomorrow, it's going to be Jungle Comics. On Sunday, it's going to be Archie from the 1950s. And then, let's see. The poll. Yeah, the next one. Whatever you guys decide here. But what we have in the votes, we have 2 6s and 2 10s.
3 10s.
3 10s. Okay.
Or actually, no. And because me and MK are the ones giving 10s, I guess. Unless somebody else on the panel did.
That would be 2.
Okay.
Alrighty, so it's 2 6s, 2 10s, and that eliminates, and then we've got 5 9s, an 8 and a 7, and so wow, Green Lantern is getting scored well, kids. Is this?
And also the pose it was more not the Heisman pose, it was more like the Zach pose with his hand in the air.
What are you talking about?
When you put your palm out in the air, put it point up. You know, like you and your other friends.
Boo.
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty.
What do you, sir?
Let's see. It is RDV's turn, and you've got issue number 5.
Help! I'm falling. Because he doesn't have his ring anymore. His ring came off. Mysterious force has yanked the power ring off my finger, but without the ring, I'll fall, I'll crash to the earth. Man, so basically, we always thought that Batman was badass because he took the ring off of him. Batman just did what everybody else has done.
Apparently so.
The power ring that vanished. Oh man. I want to, like Ken says, I want to know what's happening in this story. I want to know who's taking the ring. Obviously, you see there's like some bolts coming off it. Is it being tractor beam or something? But you get the city background there, the rooftops. So this looks like Tetris. Let's, yeah. Not one rooftop garden or apartment building. Anyway, I'm giving this a 6.
Okay, it's a 6 from RDV. Eric, what do you say?
A mysterious force has stolen every window in Coast City, and now it's stolen my ring. 7. This one's just a little too phoned in for me.
Yeah. Okay, what do you think?
See, I'm going to go an 8 again. I'm taking the benefit of I went to my comic shop to get a better look at kind of what the original coloring and inking looked like. And it's got much more depth to the inking. So I'm going to go an 8.
All right. And Zach, what do you think?
I gotta give this a 5. It doesn't really get me excited. No, I have no strong desire to read this. There's no monsters, no aliens. It's just he's
Okay.
falling.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and my turn. I agree with Zach.
Oh, come on though! But you see, you get his foot breaking into the trade dress. That's great.
Okay, I give it a 5.2. Yeah, this is a boring cover. At the very least, he doesn't look like he's 20 feet tall. They actually drew the city in some sort of scale here. Other than that, yeah, there's no real detail to glom onto. He's got an awkward and weird pose, which I guess if you're falling awkward and weird, you might look, but yeah, it just doesn't do it for me. Neither does it do it for Steven Spock, who gives it a 4. Dark Admiral a 6. Let's see. Got to go. Have a good one, everybody, says Dark Admiral. And remember to smash the like button. Thank you very much. Don't forget to finish voting when you can come back and we posted the video there, Dark Admiral, or keep going on the phone if you like. Ethereal Dragon says 4. Alrighty. And then we have MK, still a badass moment when Bruce stole Hal's ring. I'll say an 8. Alrighty. And 6, very weak and lame, says Dr. Silver Age. Weird. The art style is very cartoony compared to the other cover, says Joe. Alrighty. And that is a 5. And let's see, 6, lazy art on the buildings. What is with the pink block below the code? Why is there something that looks like a giant footprint on the sidewalk lower left? Yeah, I think that's a bunch of people. But yeah, you're right. It looks like a... Why are people blocking traffic? Is Stop Oil in Central City?
What? No, they're crossing the intersection.
Crosswalks.
Okay.
Yeah, in that other pink square. So in the original, it says still 10 cents.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know why, for whatever reason, they decided to take
well,
that
like
out.
I said, so I didn't get what you're looking at right now. I went to DC because every time I go to Comic Vine, you say, "Oh, these look old," and
I went to DC.
All right. So let's see. We've got a 5 from Donnie already, and let's see what we got.
Yeah. No, they're dude, and it's kind of like they're supposed to look like ants because that gives you the impression that he's really high up. Yeah, and that was also, especially like in the 60s. I mean, that was typical of how you would draw, skyscrapers and, with just the vertical lines.
That one building on the right was leaning to the left.
All right, kids, this is not going to be a high grade. Well, it's not going to be ultimately high. We've got 2 4s and 2 8s, 1 7 and 4 5s, which, by the way, eliminates all the 6s as well. This is a 5.
Meh.
Wah, wah, wah.
I mean, they really didn't put too much effort into the cover anyway.
That being said, any one of us would love to have a copy of that comic in our collection. All right, let's go. We just went with RDV. Eric, it is your turn. And wait, is it that one?
Is it?
Yeah, it's somebody's turn.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, it is Eric's turn. This one I had to get off Comic Vine because I couldn't find a better scan.
He returned.
All righty, Eric, what do you think?
Green Lantern of the planet Zudar, calling Green Lantern of Earth. Need your help to overcome the only character in the history of this book sillier looking than me. It gets an extra point for the looks like it was printed in America, sold in Great Britain. 7.
It's possibly the best sound ever. Yeah.
Is he a seahorse or what is he?
That's Tomarei.
I know.
What
I
are
mean,
you,
so-
what are you going Joker about here?
Like, that sound you made, you're like, well, just here's a. It's the sound of giving up.
Yeah, I mean, Eric, do you know who drew this cover?
That's probably Kane.
Yeah, Gil Kane, hero.
That doesn't make him infallible.
There you go. All righty, okay. What do you think?
Well, I didn't hear. What did Breen give us? What did he score it?
Gave it a 7. He went
7. Okay. I'm really jazzing on this cover. This is a neat cover because you've got a little bit of the action in the background. The first time that we see, the Green Lantern, another Green Lantern, not of Earth. And so, darn it, I'm giving it a 10. Why not?
all right. Zach, what do you think?
I'm going to give it an 8. I like seeing the other Green Lantern. I like the return of the giant space monster. Our main character is just on a screen, though, so that's the only thing that detracts from it. Also, look at that thing. It just ripped off part of a tower. This thing is huge. But yeah, I give it an 8.
It's Doomsday, Volume 1. All righty, RDV, what do you think?
Well, Zach, I've been looking at that when he pulled up, rigged off that. That is a box cutter knife.
He's about to shank somebody, yeah.
Yeah. No, he just ripped apart the Transamerica building.
I don't believe it's a Gil King cover. There are no nostril shots here whatsoever.
That's true. It's true.
Yeah. It's a poor man's Gil Kane. Honestly, at first I thought he was staring at a photo and saying, "Hell, I love you." It doesn't look like a teleprompter. It just looks so weird. It just looks like he's just looking at a photo of him. We went from a gallery. I'm giving this a 6.
All righty. I gotta admit, when I first saw the animal, I've watched too much Tom and Jerry because all I saw was "Is you ain't my baby." For the old people there, you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, yeah, it looks like he's sitting at an art easel, and that's a picture he drew of Green Lantern that he's now trying to broadcast to.
Wait. Can I get a ruling by old people? Do you know what he's talking about?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Glad
I told you.
knows.
Well, you have bad memory. Just want to make sure.
Tom and Jerry, he always did that. I like Tomarei in this, but the rest of it, but I can't get past that goofy fucking bug in the background. But I can't say I don't like it. The more I look at it, the more I think this could be one of the funniest freaking covers just for that. You know what? That monster is what Taika Waititi wanted those screaming goats to be. That is awesome. Yes. I'm giving this one an 8. Okay, let's see where everybody else goes. 9, Tomarei is cool. Enough said, says Dr. Silver Age. Okay, gets a 9 from him. 9 from Steven Spock and Ethereal Dragon. There you go. Let's see. 7 from Joe. Unimpressed with the look of the menace, says Daniel, giving it a 7 as well. Alrighty. And let's see. 8 from One Slick Sand. The creature on the cover. 3 got over his cold and went to Zoodar for vacation. And boy, is he hungry. And he's giving you this one an 8 as well here. MK, is he shooting a laser from a picture? And is the weird pink guy holding a box cutter? I give it a 7. Yeah, this is some goofiness here. Let's see, Joe, is that the same monster from earlier? And is he? No, he's got hands. The other monster had tentacles.
That's true.
Not testicles, tentacles. Well, I don't know. You might have had testicles too. All right. That being said, since testicles got brought up 3 times in less than a minute, let's get this down. Let's see. Once again, remember to vote if you like, and as this gets posted. If you haven't, go on ahead and put your votes there. But for now, we have 1, 6, and 1, 10. We've got 3 7s and 3, 9s, 4, 8s. Ladies and gentlemen, this lands in the 8 column. All right.
Yeah, they're just busting nuts. That's all they're doing.
Just busting nuts.
Yep.
Yeah. All righty. And let's see. It is that was RDV, right? No. Yeah. Yes. No.
I just spoke yes. That was me.
That was you. Okay.
But,
Wait, where are we here?
but I didn't do the cover though.
We're on I Love Comics.
Oh no, it was Eric last time.
Yeah.
It's my turn. Okay, it's my turn to do issue number 10.
We read
I
this
got to
one.
remember, I'm on every 5. Okay, there we go. Let's see. The only way to save the people of the city from suffering a terrible disaster is to make them all invisible. Featuring a power charged adventure, the day 100,000 people vanished. Well, he made them invisible.
And a first appearance.
First appearance of?
Sinestro.
All righty.
Mm.
But he's not on the cover.
Oh.
Let's see. I do kind of like the green light making everybody invisible, the chalk outlines. The sky is white for some reason. The building's nondescript, except for the one that says bus stop. This one's getting a 7. It's not incredibly impressive. I do like the green, but that's about it. Yeah, I'm giving this one a 7. All righty, LK, what do you think?
Yeah. So again, it's more of a light gray blue for the background. I mean, I love this because when I first saw it, I thought, oh, he's using his ring as an X-ray. So he's seeing through her clothes. And just that aspect, good-looking lady drawn on there. Buildings look nice. I'm giving it a 9.
All righty. Zach, what do you think?
She kind of looks like the lady from Taxi.
Mary Lou Henner?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Maybe if you squint. Maybe if you squint, she looks more.
Come on.
And
I do like
5 shots of whiskey.
I do like the ring making the people invisible, like that whole green with the chalk out. Like that is a really cool feature. Everything else about the cover though is kind of boring by comparison. So I'm gonna give this a 6.
All right. And RDV.
Wow, I do like the fact that that day that 100,000 people vanished. Kind of cool. Vince Coletta, are you inking this? That's what I think of right away when I heard that. I'm like, whoa, look at the sky. That's white too. Vince Coletta's just destroying everybody. He's the villain. I'd say it's a decent cover. I'd give it a 7.
All righty. Eric?
3 people talked about testicles on the last cover, and nobody said, DC Comics, what you read until yours drop.
Right.
I'm going to go back to something Black Cat has said a couple times. When the cover makes you want to open up the book and find out what happened, this really does.
Okay.
So I'm going to give it a 9.
Brian, I'm going to ask, how many does Pixel need to read?
Well, I thought about that for a second. I realized, by the time they had dropped, you'd already been reading Marvel for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, these are really were for kids.
All right. Dr. Silver Age saying 5, another very boring cover. And Steven Spock is also giving it a 5. And Daniel St. John gives it an 8. We have one slick dude saying first, though, is Green Lantern giving people X-rays. And he scores it a 7.
I call the story of this that basically the only way he can see the people because they vanish is by using his green light and they appear. Like they're trapped between dimensions.
Okay. Except for he is saying that he has to make them invisible. Let's see. MK could be a cloudy, overcast day, but this is a 7 for me. I like the look on the woman's face. She's like, oh my, don't X-ray me. And that's 7 for MK. Alrighty, and an 8 from Joe. And all the buildings have windows only on one side, says one slick. Alright, and that was an 8 from Joe.
Yep.
And Ethereal Dragon giving this a 6. another one where we don't have a 10. And let's see, kids at school used to tease me and say mine dropped at 12. That's why I didn't talk much at school, says MK. Well,
12 months?
Yeah.
Yo, baby, give the milk.
Mama.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, where are all the windows in Coast City?
Yeah, I was noticing that. It's
So they're facing away from the coast, towards each other in the building.
I know, right?
It's communism.
Okay, so let's see here, kids. Where do we stand? We've got 2 5s and 2 9s. We've got 2 6s and 2 8s and 4 7s. This lands squarely in the 7 column. All right. And where is this one? This one is right here. Let's bring this up here to 7, our first good of the day. I wonder if we're going to get a 6 to bridge that gap. I don't know, but we are starting the next round. And the next, before we do, don't forget to vote in the poll. Also, don't forget to click like, share, subscribe if you haven't done it already. Or an even better idea, go on over to Ko-Fi, drop $1 in the tip jar. Or become a member. There you go. Also, let's see. LK, you have issue number 7.
Let me say real quick. Let me say that what Steven Spock said. No, we're not. But one of the things that Black Cat mentioned said, for him, a good cover is something that makes you want to open it up and find out what happened in the book.
I'm just talking about the story because I as fresh my memory, reread these on the show. They're fun issues.
There you go. All righty. LK, you get number 8.
Number 8. The eye blast from that gigantic Gila monster is nullifying my power beam. That means I'm powerless to stop this lizard invasion of Earth. Well, there's only one lizard shown here. Predicting the first of a series of stories which we confidently predict. Presenting, sorry. We'll make comic book history the challenge from 5700 AD. And so, yeah, we do have a giant Gila monster in the desert. You can see the cactus there. Interesting shadowing on his face. So I think they're trying to tell us that it's dusk. But some of the components just, I don't know, just don't quite work right. I mean, we do have action, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of this one. I'm going to 6.
Okay, a 6 from LK. What do you think, Zach?
I don't understand that. This is a 10. This is Hal back on Earth. He's fighting a monster in the desert. This looks like a B-movie poster. I want this on my wall. This is a 10.
You need this on your wall.
I do need it, sir. Doggone it.
Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to have Green Lantern comics with guns. Alrighty. Let's see. RDV.
I'm kind of disappointed he's got the laser eyes. I was expecting like a uni beam from his stomach at that point. So it makes me wonder, like, is it like, what is that then? It's contraption. Is there somebody in there piloting this as an actual robot? And why does all these monsters have eye beams? I've noticed
because they're cool.
Because they're aliens, like the Kryptonians. They all have vision powers. It's just weird. But that being said, you make that dinosaur purple, and it becomes even more awesome. With Barney versus Green Lantern. No, but my blast, the gigantic Gila monster is nullifying my powers beams. At this point, why would you be a Green Lantern if everything negates as you do? But that being said, I'm gonna give it an 8 because it's got a giant Gila monster, and he's gonna land on that cactus,
and it's gonna hurt.
Alrighty, Eric, what do you think?
This might be because I had this when I was a kid, like first collection. I always loved this cover, and I'm giving this a 10.
Yeah,
I like the orange background. I like the cactus. Like this guy. I said I'm not sure how he gets around with that giant chastity belt, but it's just cool.
Okay. I like the orange background. I like the beams hitting each other. desert. It looks good.
And he doesn't even need to draw his gun.
The
See that down there?
Yeah, I know. He's got a pistol, it looks like.
When your Gila monster's packing.
And I gotta say, I like the shading on Green Lantern. This is a really good cover. I'm thinking 9 on this one. That is pretty good. Alrighty, let's go to the chat and what we got here. 9, love the Dutch angle perspective, love the colors and the creatures, and he gives it a 9. Alrighty, and let's see, 10 from Steve Spock. Okay, and then we've got 10 from Ethereal Dragon. And MK is saying, okay, 10 for me. Green Lantern versus the guy from Enemy Mine. Alrighty. And we've got 7 from Joe. Alrighty. And Daniel St. John, anytime you have a Gila monster with a gun and a holster, it deserves a 6. Wow, I thought you were going in another direction with that.
Wow. I know, I did too.
10 from One Slick. Love the cover, especially the lizard with the World Wrestling Federation wrestling belt. Giving it a 10. And Stevens 57,000 AD. Vakeman hates I-beams confirmed. Eric was around when this came out. Yes.
I don't believe he's a kid.
Yes, he was asking that as a question.
Oh, okay.
And I answered almost.
Like he was not a kid. That's a lie.
All right, and here's what we got, kids. We've got 2 6s and 6 10s. We've got 1 6, 1 7, and 2 8s. Wow, that or 2. Yeah, well, no, it's 2 6s, 1 7, 1 8, 2 9s. And that kind of wipes out the 10s there. I think this is a 9. All right. Boom. And where is it? Here it is. All righty. And let's move on. All righty. So let's see. If I did 10, that means that was LK. And this is Zach. Ah, a little Sinestro cover. First cover appearance by Sinestro.
Nice.
That's where you landed.
That automatically makes this at least an 8. My power ring is stuck to the lantern. I can't pull it free. So it's like an Excalibur situation. Yeah, I'm going to give this an 8. I'm going to give it an 8. Although Sinestro does look... I know he's in the background. He's further back than Hal, so I know he would appear shorter, but it looks like teenage Sinestro here. Like he looks a little bit smaller than Hal. But yeah, I'm still gonna give it an 8. It's Hal, Sinestro. I actually like the background color on this one. The yellow, it's cool. Also fits Sinestro. So yeah, 8.
All righty, an 8 from Zach RDV. What do you think?
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Good one.
It's not the size; it's how you use it.
So his lantern is stuck, or is ring stuck to the lantern? Is it because the yellow energy beam's causing it that way? Does this yellow is superior to green, or is it because he's tapped into his fear?
I don't think yellow was associated with fear at this point. That was what Jeff Johns did.
Okay, was that Jeff Johns made everything emotional like a girl?
Yeah, the emotion spectrum. Don't say it derogatorily like that. How dare you?
Well, when they moved it to and Supergirl have the red one, it made sense. Yeah, that being said, yeah, I normally don't like those little boxes on the left or in the bottom other, but I like this. It just tells you what's going to happen. You're getting it. The Battle of the Power Rings for the first time. And I'm looking forward to this. This is a 10.
All right, a 10 from RDV. Eric, what do you think?
And it's before the leader, too.
I'm with Venkman on this. This is a 10. The only way this could have been any better if it had been you're beating Green Lantern. Sinestro. If he'd done the I state your name, but this is just a lot of fun.
Might be one of the next Green Lantern readings.
LK.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, there's not a lot necessarily going on this cover. Plus, they drew it like both of them got their heads stuck in a vice. I mean, Sinestro looks more like he's the leader from Hulk than the Sinestro that I'm used to. So I'm going. Sorry, I'm going 7.
Alrighty. LK goes the other direction on this. And I'm kind of finding myself really liking this as well. I like the colors. I like the vibrant background. I don't think there needs to be a lot on this one. I do wonder why on a yellow cover there is a white spotlight on Sinestro, but it's not lighting up anything else. But it's still just a lot of fun, like Eric said. I'm giving this one a 9. Okay. And Dr. Silverade says 8. Love the look on Sinestro's face. Nice colors again as well. Does make me want to read it. Alrighty, and he gives it an 8. And we have oh, okay. I say said put it before the start. Kanan Anderson, but bare bones background still good. Green Lantern and Sinestro gets a 9. And that's from Daniel St. John. Ethereal gives it a 9, and Steven Spock gives it an 8, saying big heads. All righty. Let's see. MK says 10. Cool picture. All righty. And then One Slick says 9. Only thing I don't care for is Green Lantern's hair. Looks like a toupee. All righty. And he gives it a 9 as well. Boom, boom. There we go. Let's see. We're going through pretty quick here. We've got we have 1 6. Wait, no, we don't. We've got 1. I thought we had a 6. I didn't mark that down. Did we not? No, we didn't. Oh wow, this was graded pretty freaking well. Alrighty, so we have 1 7. Excuse me. Then we have 3 10s, 3 9s, and that leaves 3 8s left over. So this goes into the 8 column. The 8 train. Okay, and let's see. Zach went last time, which means RDV, you get issue number 10.
It's your Seinfeld cover. I love it.
What's the deal?
These rings.
Green
Green Lantern, help! Green Lantern, help! I'm a prisoner inside your ring. Please don't shoot it, or you'll destroy me. What? Do what with the ring? You gonna make me? Yeah. Yeah. This is that face, man. It's the Jerry Seinfeld face. I was just thinking of like the Superman stuff, you know. Screw it. I'm giving it a 10.
Alrighty.
It's the nutty situation.
Okay, a 10 from Bankman. Eric, what do you think?
My pa. What do you say?
Is there another choice?
Alrighty.
Look at this. It's so unique. I mean, it's
It's just that face, man.
yes, it's simple but perfect at the same time.
All right. And I suppose you're giving it 10?
It's a 10. Yeah, absolutely.
All righty. LK.
Well, initially I was going to give it a 10, but then as I kind of was studying more, they really drew Hal effeminate here. I mean, and when you look at some of the other scans, I mean, the rouge on his cheeks really pops. The full lips, it's like, what are they doing to him? So I like the rest of it, so I'm going to give it a 9, but I can't give it a 10.
Boo.
Alrighty. A 9 from LK. Zach, what do you think?
I think I'm about to be kicked out of the will again. I'm gonna give this a 6.
What? Why do you think?
I just don't know. It's not an action cover, and then the face is just weird. That face of Hal's making. I get that he's supposed to be surprised, but it it doesn't do it for me.
You're not kicked out.
God, you're just begging for some quality Carlito time.
Can we just kick him out? Green, he's out of the bill. Can we kick him off the panel?
Man.
Okay, let's see. I'm looking at it, and my immediate thought was, "Wow, this is good. I like this one." And the effeminate Green Lantern, I don't see it, but the Jerry Seinfeld I didn't see until you guys mentioned it.
I love it.
But you know what? Yeah, I agree with you guys. This is the first 10 I've given since the first issue, or is at least Showcase 22. But let's go check and see what the chat is saying. Dr. Silver Age says 8. I'm a sucker for up close and personal covers. The red background makes the foreground pop. Also, I like the ring, the way the fist is drawn, the shading on how everything works on this cover. Ethereal Dragon is saying 8 as well. 10 for Joe for the absurdity of it. Alrighty.
There's a couple of scores before this.
Oh, above it. Okay.
So,
let's see.
So
we have
Kate gave it a 10.
8 from Ethereal Dragon. Oh, 10 from Hal. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty, and then we have 6 from One Slick. Green Lantern's face looks like someone just shoved a corn dog up his. No, you do not want to do that unless it's frozen. Okay, because what ends up happening is as you try, you end up pushing that stick too far up, and you're holding a hot dog, and they're in the hospital. Trust me, this is not something you want to do at home. Do not leave it to the professionals. Okay. That being said,
do you count yourself among them?
Pardon? Look, you know what? Before I did that, the guy was a friend, and now we're fighting a lot. Yeah. All righty. So, MK saying April O'Neil from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe asking for Green Lantern's help is awesome. It gets a 10 from MK. All righty. See, I tried to tell a joke, and you just stepped one more. I like that. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. All right. And let's see. Is that everybody? That is everybody. All right. I want to know how you know this. And all right. So, you know what? I have a job.
I don't.
MK, right?
Say again?
You got the 10 from MK.
Yeah, I just read that off. Yes. Okay, so here's what we got, ladies and gentlemen, for what I think is one of absolutely the best covers. We have 1/6 for some strange reason, but I've got to go with that 7 as well. We have 10. What do we have? We have 7 10s, and then we've got 2 8s, 1 9, leaving 1 10 left on the board, which means, ladies and gentlemen, we have, I believe, our second 10 of the night. All righty, there we go. Say it's a week 10. All righty. I like it when you hear a little. If you want to make a case for why it should be a 9, I will. Yeah, we can listen, but the numbers do lie.
Well, I mean, I think if you did the arithmetic, I think it would fall into the 9.
Well, the arithmetic comes. It comes later. But let's see, 59, 69, 75, 80, let's see, 80, 81. And there's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 81. You're probably looking at 76. See, everything, when you do that, everything just goes right to average. All righty, Eric, what do you think?
Wow. There is a Green Lantern with pot growing out of his head.
Yes. he has been around for, well, at least until here. So, yeah.
And I'm sure he really doesn't give a shit whether he's guilty or not. And that alone makes us a 10.
All righty. We got a 10 from Eric. What do you say, LK?
Yeah, I'm going to join Eric with a 10 on this. I love seeing all the different types of Green Lanterns and just the crazy ideas that they come up with. I mean, the Metalman style Green Lantern there over on the right is I'm getting a kick out of.
Okay.
Literally pothead.
Yeah.
Zach, what do you say?
I'm gonna give this a 7. It's kind of interesting, but it's kind of also it doesn't really intrigue me. It doesn't make I want to go watch Hal Jordan stand trial and try to get his powers. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7.
All right, Art. Oh, what were you saying here?
I'm trading you to another live stream.
RDV, what do you think of this one?
And cash considerations or a player to be named later, Eric?
Cash considerations.
I want to cut.
Is it safe to speak now?
It is, please.
Okay.
Oh, you
right.
whiny little.
It's never safe to speak on this live stream. Go on ahead, Bank. What do you say?
I was gonna say, Renz, is this a Legion of Superheroes cover?
No, that one was done better.
Yes,
that one was done better.
Yeah.
Go on ahead.
And then he got the robot from Doom Patrol on the right. His cousin or something like that. Just watch him. The fishbowl's got a fishbowl, but there's a little shrimp guy next to him on the left. If you zoom in, you can see him there.
It's a praying mantis.
Oh yeah, a little mantis guy.
Is it a mantis? I thought it was a shrimp at first.
It's the guy from Kung Fu Panda.
I never watched that.
Mantis.
I'm a grown man.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Grown men can watch whatever the they want.
Yeah, they can. Anyway,
and you choose that.
Yes. Kung Fu Panda is awesome.
Whatever. People have their own likes, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this about a 9.
All right.
He's got that Zach hairdo. I just don't.
You got to it before I did, but that was my thought. This is the same cover as the first appearance of Legion of Superheroes, and they did it so much better. And I think this time it's, of course, closed in a little bit, and it seems a bit claustrophobic. The last time you got it a little bit pulled out there, and you see everything that's going on, the votes, the whole 9 yards. This isn't a bad cover. It's just not a great cover. I'm giving it an 8. Alrighty, and going to the chat, Dr. Silverage starts off saying 9, numerous Green Lanterns, Tamare again. I want to know more about the story. Here's my money. And he says 9. Okay, Daniel St. John, like the Alien Green Lanterns, give it an 8. 7 from Ethereal Dragon, Joe, and Steve and Spock. And then, let's see, Eric Breen, that is I Am Groot Green Lantern. And Rick says 9, and Chrononaut jumping in with an 8. How you doing, Chrono? All right. And then we've got MK saying 8 out of 10. Cool cover. Okay. Next up, Steven Spot. This cover is why we started reading Adam Strange. I'd love to hear that story. All righty. Let's see. That means what we have here. Once again, even if you're a little late, you want to vote, your vote does count. So let me know. But for now, what we have is 4 7s, 2 10s, and then we have, let's see, 3 9s, but 4 8s, and this is gently dropped into that 8 category.
One Slick is saying he got skipped again.
I skipped him again. Damn! I promise you, it's nothing personal, man. Yo, where to go? One Slick dude, Eric Green.
One Slick gave it a 7, so I don't know if it would really change it.
Eric Green, oh, there it is. 7, well drawn, but rather boring cover. I thought I read that. I didn't read that. Okay. Well, sorry about that, One Slick. But there we go. And that would be 5 7s and 2 10s. So 1 2. That would also wipe out the 3 9s. And that would leave the 8. So its position is the same. The score is going to be different. And the last cover of the night, kids. Green Lantern issue number 12. All right, what are we looking at? We've got Green Lantern laying on the ground, featuring Green Lantern statue goes to war. Statue saying to Green Lantern, erected, in eternal gratitude by the citizens of Star City, 5,700 AD. And he's saying, since I'm helpless to battle the menace of threatening the Earth of the 58th century, I'll send the statue of me to do my fighting. I swear to gosh, I did not learn to read by Joe Biden. He just kept sniffing my head. It was weird. All right, I'm looking. This is actually it's pretty good. I like this. I mean, it's kind of silly sending a statue to do the work. I like the colors. I know the buildings are kind of nondescript, but it's future. I'll give it a little different. Everybody's dressed like the Legion of Superheroes in the background.
Well, he is in the future.
Yeah. I'm giving this a 9. I like this one. What do you think, LK?
Well, I'm still a little confused. He's in the future, but he's sending the statue into the future to fight?
No, he is in the future, but he's helpless to fight, so he sends the statue in his place.
It still makes not a lot of sense, and the rest of it's kind of just a boring cover. It's a 7.
All righty. Zach, what do you think?
I gotta go with the 6. It's that's kind of interesting maybe, but yeah, why is he sending a statue? Like, dude, you can do anything that statue can do yourself. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay. RDV.
I'm thinking maybe he got swap places. Or somehow he got tossed to the future. Or that we said because man is from the 50th century, went back to the past. It is kind of weird though. At least this statue hasn't been torn down yet by all the protesters. That's always good. I'm still gotta. I guess they're all getting ready to protest, so they're behind him in the corner. Greenlander statue goes to war. Look, funny shapes. We can use rulers and just draw weird buildings behind us. Lazy covers. I'm giving it a 6.
Okay. Eric.
First, I hate to say it, but Dr. Silver Age, you're out of the will. Oh, man. Yeah, Venkman, you took where I was going with this cover too.
Sorry. Because we think alike. That's why.
Yeah, that doesn't help me, and not even a little bit.
It can be frightening or good.
That said, I'll leave that up to you. That said, I like this cover. I'm giving this a 10.
Okay, a
Screw you
10
guys.
from Eric. Screw you guys, I'm going home. All right, Dr. Silver Age says 5. This one seems phoned in, very weak and boring.
Mm-hmm.
And then Chrononaut says 7. Topical, says Rhaegar. Joe says 7, and so does Ethereal Dragon. Alrighty, and then we've got at Rhaegar from One Slick. Treasury editions are oversized like Superman versus Muhammad Ali, Superman versus Spider-Man, Batman versus the Hulk. I did say that I would mix them in, so it'd be some Marvel, some DC, some Marvel and DC. Daniel St. John's is giving this cover a 9. And then we have an 8 from Steven Spock. All right. Next up, we got Summoner giving it a 7. All righty. Hello. I wish we had a rubric for evaluation purposes. Are you talking about like a thing to go on? Well, it's all personal opinion, obviously. But 1 is horrible. 1 is god awful. 2 is horrible. 3 is very bad. 4 is bad. 5 is it means it doesn't elicit any emotional reaction at all. It's rice cakes. 6 is average. 7 is good. 8 is very good. 9 is awesome, and 10 is tip top. It is super awesome. But there you go. Let's see. I like how everyone is looking at them like, what the fudge? Steven Spock says green. We need Green Lantern to do that with all of our statues, and One Slick Dude is giving this a 7. All right. Which means what we got here, we have 1-5 knocking out that 10. We have 2 6s knocking out those 2 9s. And then we got 6 7s, 1 8. The 8s cannot stand. So the last cover of the night, ladies and gentlemen, lands squarely with the 7s. All righty. And here we go. This is what we got for you. We got the very least of them was, what was this? Issue number 10 or something like that? All right. The one where he's falling. And then number 14. What do you guys think? I'm thinking statue is fine. This is a great. I like this. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
Okay, so 15, 14, and 13. We're back to the originals, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 goods, very goods anyway. LK, what's your favorite, and what is your worst?
Oh, let's see. My favorite of the 8s is probably the third one, the middle one.
Okay, the one with the weird alien. Yeah.
Yeah, and my least favorite, probably the marionette.
Okay, Zach, what is your favorite and least favorite?
Of the 8s or in general?
8.
Of the 8s, my favorite is probably going to be Hal with the Norse Viking god on the mountain.
Okay.
And then my least favorite is the one that's at the end. It's Hal Jordan on trial. That's just,
all righty.
Yeah.
RDV, what do you think?
Well, my favorite on the cover is actually Sinestro for the 8s.
All right.
The worst, man, it's kind of tough because they're all kind of like, eh. Man, I'm going with Mountain Guy.
Mountain Guy. Okay, Eric, what do you think?
My least favorite is the one with the goofy alien.
Okay.
My favorite is the Sinestro.
Okay, I've got to say my favorite is the Sinestro as well, which puts it at 3 votes. We're going to move. Okay, there we go. All righty. My least favorite is the one at the end. It's the only one that got 2 votes. That being said, this one got a favorite, but it also got every one of them got a least favorite right here. Zach, of these 3, which one's the worst?
The marionette.
Okay. Eric, which one of these 3 is the worst?
The funny monster.
Funny monster. Okay, and yeah, that got 2 votes. So this one's going here. This was both favorites. What do y'all think? I think we've got the list is okay.
I think so.
All right. 9s. We're going to go through that again. LK, what is your favorite and least favorite?
Of the 9s, it's probably going to be the giant monster on the bridge.
Okay, and what is your least?
The bubble in the tank.
Bubble tanks. Zach, what do you think?
Favorite one, hands down, Gila monster with the gun.
Okay.
Hands down, I really want that poster. Least favorite is Hal with the missile over the bridge.
All right. Least favorite is the missile with Hal, and so here we go. Venkman, what do you think? What is your favorite and least favorite?
Favorite is the Gila monster. Least favorite is that stupid-looking alien. He's fighting on the bridge.
All righty. And your favorite is the Gila monster. Eric, favorite and least favorite?
Well, since both my boys took the Gila monster, who am I to go against my son?
All righty.
That's my favorite, and I'm gonna go weird looking monster, my least favorite.
So it's got 2 votes so far. In all honesty, it's got I got to go this one. I didn't want to do this, but there we go. Let's put it this way, and we got our 9s. Now our 10s. Okay. Which one do you think? Showcase 22? Or, yeah.
I'm going the missile. I'm going the showcase.
All righty. RDV.
Jerry.
Zach.
I gotta take the missile. That Jerry one is a big no for me.
Okay, one more. Eric, what do you think?
God, I almost want to vote the ring one just to make Zach wrong one more time tonight. But I'm good where they are.
You know I'm right.
Okay, so my vote doesn't
You don't
count.
even know you're right.
My vote doesn't count, but I can say, Zach, we were outvoted. That's all. But there you go, kids.
No.
There you go, kids. This is your top 15 Silver Age Green Lanterns. We've got the statue at 15, 14, the Invisible People, 13, Green Lantern #1, 12 is Green Lantern on Trial, 11, the stupid, silly monster, which I swear to God, I love it more I see it. The Quard's first appearance is, what is that, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Starting the top 10, 9 is the first cover appearance of Sinestro. 8 is the silly bridge monster. 7 is the Tanks versus Green Lantern. The Invisible Adventure, whatever his name was, is 6. What is that? No, 5. 4 is Green Lantern on the Bridge. This is issue #1, part 2. The Gila Monster is 3. Hal and April O'Neil is 2, and the first appearance is the best of the covers. There you go, ladies. Silver Age Green Lantern. I called y'all ladies. Sorry about that. What do we have here? How is everybody going? You know who else can't stand Steven? Wait. Oh, okay. Let's see. Eric, I say my Green Lantern 10s for issue 61 and 68. We'll get there eventually.
Dr. Bronze Age, that's what I call him now.
So he prefers the Bronze Age. Yep, Brokeback Mountain guy. In the case of Gina Lynn, this should be a category for which one makes you want to punch the wall the most. If you're getting it, Rhaegar, where were you? Just make sure you put your votes in when this is posted, because definitely I need the comments. We need to get this algorithm picking up. People seem to enjoy this. We've got an aftermarket basically that doubles or triples the original views, which I do appreciate that. So by all means, please, when you put your votes in if you haven't done it yet, when you put your votes in, or you just make a comment as the video is posted, share it as well, please. Let's see. Heading out. Have a good night, says Joe. Take care and be safe, man. I wonder if they have bubble tank tea. Ooh, boba tea. Yeah. Thai tea's better.
That in a while.
I think I'll make myself some Thai tea tonight. That is awesome. Number 9 on the far left looks like an Elden Ring enemy that is terrifying, says Rhaegar. I don't know what an Elden Ring is.
It's a video game.
Nerd! Okay, so we're calling it the Jerry cover. Did you know if Jerry's a big Superman? Yeah, he actually did those commercials in the 90s. Zach is right, except when he has a hot take, and you get one. Sorry. There you go, guys. All righty. So once again, I have gathered. I've actually got all the numbers set and ready to put some music to the Gorilla covers, and I will be releasing the top 10s on the. Well, it's not top 10. We did like 30 covers the first time we tried this. It ended up being 3 hours long. But the Gorilla should be tomorrow, and I will try to have these going as much as I can. Maybe every day, maybe every other day.
We got gypped. It was 3 hours long, and there wasn't a hot babe in sight.
I know, right? Not one. England team definitely items make with video about the Caped Crusaders. England team definitely items make with video about Caped Crusaders. Dude, I don't get. You speak English. Put the words together. Where I don't get that. England team definitely.
Oh, the new Batman.
Joe Biden has entered the chat.
That's right. He wants to. That's right. He asked to do a trailer thing. You're right. We need to do that. That is, and I want to. I really do. Hopefully, I'll have time tomorrow. I am, however, dealing with. I'm pricing pins. I've done about 15 or 20. I'm getting the auction ready for tomorrow. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm about to do this, but here are just a handful of the things I have in the auction coming up. Okay, this is Ms. Marvel number 50. We have the Ms. Marvel one shot, and then we have issue number 48, 46, 45, 42, 41, number 39, 37, 36.
It's so beautiful.
35, 34, 31, number 30. I told you guys I have almost the damn entire run. Here is issue number 29, 28, 27, and then we have issue number 26.
Don't worry, Zach. I want challenge you on all of them. I don't need to.
25, number 20, which you guys have been doing Puppet Master all night. Alrighty, and then we have issue number 19, the Tiger. Alrighty, and then we have issue number 18.
Yep.
Alrighty, and then we have issue number 17.
Yep.
Wonder Man makes a guest appearance in issue number 16. Number 15, she's up against MODOK. Number 14, she joins the Madam Web team. Yep. Then we have issue number 13. We're going to bounce a little lower here to issue number 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and book 1. Also, I found out this was something. They got Frank Cho to draw the proper issue number 1A, and Michael Turner to do the variant.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
There we go.
See the Michael Turner variant. I've got
Zach, are you broke now because you bought all those new comics?
You know what? I'm crying because I bought 14 effing comics, and so all my comic money.
You bought 14 new comics at $5 a pop. That right there is $70. You could have a first appearance of Animal Man.
Well,
you could have so many good freaking books, and you bought 14 new comics.
Half of them were $3.99. Slow your roll. But
So
you're right. I did buy several.
Hey. I take it that Michael Turner variant is going to be the big dog for Saturday, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a big dog.
It definitely
for those of you who like cartoons, I got some Looney Tunes issue number from the 90s, number 20, number 15, 14, 13. Some of these 12. Don't expect to see issue number 10 until December. But number 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and unfortunately it stops at 2. But yeah, still a pretty good freaking run. What else? What else is of interest? I thought these were really cool. I'm going to show off a few of them because there's a lot of them. But yeah, whatever. Eric, are you okay? I'm doing this again because you sat through it the first time.
Yeah, I'm reading people tweeting that we're mad that Bronny James got drafted because he's black.
Wait, what?
LeBron James kid who averages 3 points in college.
Yeah.
His last name wasn't James. Wouldn't have been drafted if there were 72 rounds.
Okay.
Got drafted in the second round because he's LeBron James' son, but we're mad because the NBA drafted a black guy.
No,
that never fucking happens.
Never happens.
Hey, I was going to tell you too. Take a look at those Miss Marvels and check and see if they're newsstand editions.
Alrighty. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that's a good idea.
And it's not, and the direct market ones have barcodes too, but there's a little saying at the top or on the side,
right,
of the barcode. And so if it says Marvel Superstars, that's the newsstand edition.
According to because Eric looked this one up earlier, according to what he saw, Little Jinx is a big dog as well. I've been finding that there's just a bunch of books, but here we have Little Archie. And yeah, that is issue number 162, and we have issue number 159 and 147, 137, issue number 123, 116. And I was pointing these out. My gosh, look at the awesome condition these Gold Keys and Dells are in. I mean, that is a beautiful freaking thing. You don't see kids' books in this kind of condition very often. It is awesome. Look at that Walt Disney Comics right here. I mean, yeah, this one's got a little bit more dirt on it. Ha! Kids, he's in sand. All right, but yeah, seriously. We got something called Dinky Duck and Hashimoto-san. This one is probably going to get me banned, but hey, isn't that awesome? Yeah. Something neither Eric or myself have seen before. This is Dell Comics Crusader Rabbit.
Oh, I remember Crusader Rabbit.
And then every time I can find one, I'm going to buy one. And we got Popeye again. So awesome. This is a great conditioned Chip and Dale. Look at that. That is amazing. And yes, they did all come in these My Lights, which reflect very, very well. Yeah, and then I've got some more little Archies and Life with Archie. So very, very happy with what came in today. I ended up getting, well, we got Daredevil number 191.
Me too. I'm looking at those Miss Marvels. I can feel a nice gap in my collection.
Batman 395, Batman 394, Batman 390. Some Hugo Strange action with issue number 356, 347. The Gentleman Ghost is in issue number 319. The Batgirl special, this is the last one before she became Oracle. And remember what happened to her, kids. Not only was she put into a wheelchair, not only did she have to change her identity and call herself Oracle, but after that, she was written by Gail Simone.
But it was good, though.
I liked it, but you guys didn't. And then Burnside. So Batgirl's had a hard run of it. Here we have Batman issue number 321. There we go. And Career Girl Romance, issue number 46. Deadbeat Superman Dad, issue number 218. And then we've got Ms. Marvel number 8. Marvel number 4. Marvel issue number 2. I tried to get issue number 1 and 3, but those are the
Heck is that?
Those are the more nude covers. Forbidden Worlds issue number 127. Spider-Woman number 38, where she meets the X-Men, and then we've got Prince Namor Savage Submariner.
Yeah, Forbidden Worlds. I don't care unless Herbie's in there.
Yep. And then the DC Superstar Holiday Special. The first Frank Miller Batman, by the way. And then we've got Spider-Man, Firestar, and Iceman in the Dallas Ballet Nutcracker. This was given away in, I guess, in the Dallas newspaper.
Oh, it's got.
And then we have the Spectre number 8. Now, there is a date written on the eye. I wish it wasn't, but there it is. But this is an awesome freaking cover. So there you go. Those are all the big dogs.
Just use white out. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I know, right? You know, I'll just color it in myself. Magdalene and Angela at 1/2 with a certificate. That is one of the big dogs. Also, as well as Legion of Monsters, Satana.
Santana.
Santana, yes.
Because it's so smooth.
Yep. And then just a bunch of Lock and Key. Alrighty, and those are going to be smaller big dogs, but they are in fact big dogs. And yeah, there you go. I don't know if you guys play the game or anything, but here's Baldur's Gate, which is going to be a mini series. It's going to be a set. So there you go. Yeah, please, by all means, come Saturday night, 8 o'clock. All those books are going to be in there. Tomorrow, rate you Will Comics what? Tomorrow, rate them Jungle Comics 1950. 1 through 12. And
question.
I will not be here because the family and I are going to enjoy some local theater. where they are doing Mary Poppins, which is my favorite movie of all time. So, yeah. Let's see.
When are you
Get
gonna
back to-
so the auction? When are you gonna put the Miss Marvels in? Like for early lots or later?
Well, there's about 30 or 40 of them, so there will be like one. They're going to be $3, dude.
Yeah.
So it'll be in the $3 bin. So there'll probably be a couple in the beginning, and then
Okay.
after the big dogs. So yeah, yeah, you got your shows to do, right?
I know. I might rework
Do
one to
we
be.
have Vank? Do we have enough? I mean, if it's just we don't.
Is
have
Marani going to be able to show up?
Marania is not going to be unless she gets $115 for internet.
Okay.
She's behind on that. But I mean, the girls will be showing up on Saturday nights. Then will be a Batman Outsiders. The other one is always recorded though. So I'm trying to think is like if I move the Batman and the Outsiders up a little earlier and put the other one later, I can jump onto the auction earlier.
Okay.
The problem is
I could
we record offline. So I mean, I might just record stuff earlier in that night.
Oh yeah, that's what I say. How we set up for tomorrow night without Pixel or Maranya?
Well, it's me, you, and the girls. If it comes down to it, I'll just read with the girls. If you don't want to read,
Oh no, I'm good. I said it's I'm available.
I'm thinking maybe another Justice League Adventures or Teen Titans or something. I don't know.
We will have good New England teen loving theater jokes in the arsenal. Rhaegar, I like musicals. I have not been ashamed of that ever. Yeah, no. I mean, I make jokes about me sucking dick under a bridge, so I don't. What are you going to do to me about the fact that I like musicals?
See, I think that's true.
I'm just. An evaluation rubric is a grading tool with set standards for consistent assessment. It's used by professionals. Yeah, like I said, when we do our ratings, we go through our thing. It's if you think it's horrible,
okay, but
it's a 1. If you think it's if you think it's god awful, 1. That's the absolute. Oh, I'm offended by that.
His last sentence eliminated the entire panel.
It's used by professionals. Yeah. I very rarely show professionalism here. We're very casual. If you notice, I love super chats. I prefer you go through Ko-Fi, but I don't require them to read off comments and such. This is a very, very laid back live stream where I try to get as many people involved in everything as possible.
That being said, on the Geek and Puppet Show, we believe that if you give us a super chat, we refuse to read it off.
That is true. And he runs that channel with an iron fist. As a matter of fact, when somebody does comment, he stops his video to yell, "Shut up." It's very rude.
I say, "Quiet, Gene." Yeah.
There you go. Right. Speaking of Archie, when are we going to do Archie? On Sunday. Sunday. Archie 1950s. This is the most unprofessional channel I've ever experienced, says Rhaegar. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. I forgot the best of the books that came in this huge collection I just got. Sometimes you have to, you just got to take the good, you take the bad, you take them both and
put in a blender.
There you have the facts of life, and in these facts of life, you thought the Captain Marvel were awesome, but ladies and gentlemen, I have a set 1 through 12 of Brian Michael Bendis's run of Action Comics, and these will be on sale at the auction. Oh yeah,
$4 a piece.
So you're just gonna stare at the screen for?
I know you guys are excited, but not only 1 through 12 of the original series, but I've got 1 through 4 of the Superman series as well.
Wait, is that where we learned that Clark Kent's Superman? Did never know
Yeah.
until he told me.
So there you go, guys. Not only do I have that Captain Marvel awesomeness, but I also got Brian.
Why did you just spend that time showing off all these really cool books and then threaten your audience?
Hey, Eric.
Well, I learned from Star Wars that that's what you're supposed to do.
Joe, Eric, who is hotter, Joe on Facts of Life or the blonde? Apparently, it's been a
Blair
I
Joe.
prefer the Super 70s take. Yes, when I was a kid, it was Blair versus Joe. At my age, 2 beers and I'm having sex with Mrs. Garrett.
Yeah. She is. She was ample. Yes. Go figure.
And she
She
can
was
make
closer to
sandwiches.
my age, and I thought Tootie was cute back then. But no, Joe all the way on that one. Yeah. Although Blair, Lisa, what was her name? Lisa Welch. Welch, yeah.
Welsh.
Okay, Welshel. She was a Mickey Mouse Club member in the 70s. And I remember watching her and having a huge crush.
Do you know what she does now? She I don't know if she's still doing, but as about a year ago, she was hosting like a hobby related show that was on MeTV's, where if they're showing like a collection of like Batmania, she was like the hostess of it.
That is kind of cool.
And she is not aged.
Yeah, and then they would bring in either like star from the show or whatever the person was involved in, or a bigger collector, and they would offer them, hey, if you traded this, we'll give you this sort of thing at the end of it. It was kind of interesting. It was a little Pawn Star-ish.
Something else I got for the Christmas auction that I'm just buying up a whole bunch of books, trying to put together a whole auction, but I don't think I'm going to make it. That being said, I've got almost a half a box full of Christmas comics, and one that came in today, other than the Archie and such like that, is a hardcover. I thought this was going to be a trade paperback, but it ended up being a hardcover. I don't know if I will end up getting rid of it though. It's called Donald Duck: A Christmas for Shacktown by Carl Barks. I mean, this is pretty freaking cool. Damn, they sent it in a magazine bag too. This thing is tucked in there, just like Dylan Mulvaney. All right, but it's pretty freaking cool, I think. Anywho, guys, thank you very much for hanging out with us. I've managed to stretch a 1.5 hour grading into a 2 hour video, but there you go. Tomorrow night, join LK and Dr. Venkman and whomever else, I guess, is. Yeah, you guys might be. You guys might be doing your own thing, right?
Dalton.
All right, whoever's joining him here for Jungle Comics 1 through 12. While I go
up the Jambo.
Well, no, we're still going to be at 10:30, so you guys should be done with your readings.
Yeah, we'll be done by then.
All right. All right, there you go.
Yeah, that's right. That's Friday. We're doing the Jungle tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll text Jambo in the morning because I thought about doing that, but I know he works early in the morning, but maybe since it's Friday night, he might be able to get him come on and be a celebrity judge.
He can sleep in on Saturday morning because there's no Silver Age.
That's right.
All right, it's getting strawberries. And good night, Silver Age.
Big Mike also.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right, you guys have a great night. Take care.
Kids.
Good night.
Fun times.